It's kind of weird to me that the Sniper's Meditation perk gives you extra stacks of the buff for using a heavy sniper rifle, or at least that it tells you to do that, because, there's only one heavy sniper rifle in the entire game. It's really good. It's Whisper of the Worm, and it's really, really good with Sniper's Meditation, but... What? So... No, that can't be true. DARCI? Surely that's a special weapon. DARCI's still a heavy sniper rifle? Honestly, I completely forgot it existed. Yeah, this video is going to be like a little bit of a concept of bringing DARCI up to a better level while still keeping its identity, because it's really forgettable. But what isn't forgettable is the amazing flavors and formulas over at Advanced GG. If you use my code Spycer10, you get 10% off your order, and I get some money off of that. Personally, I really like the Energy Guava Berry. Keep you awake. Tastes great. Same with the Rocket Pop. Cherry Limeade. The Sour Gummy Worm. That one's amazing. I really like that. Focus Sour Gummy Worm. Highly recommend that one. Anyways, back to the actual video. Thank you, Advanced GG. Don't get me wrong. Comparing DARCI to Whisper, I could argue every day that Whisper is a heavy weapon. It's a little harder for DARCI. Don't get me wrong. If it was made a special weapon, it would be significantly better, but still bad. So I still want it to be a heavy weapon, because that is part of what makes it unique, and I would like to see that, happen. So we're going to have to do a little bit of work on this one. I think the first thing that should probably happen to DARCI is a flat out just damage increase, like 10 to 20% per shot. Maybe some of that could be separated into precision damage. Like maybe they don't buff the base damage as much, but they slightly increase the headshot multiplier on it or something. But just more damage would be super helpful, especially because the weapon already buffs your precision hits. It would kind of be nice to make that difference significantly larger. But what does DARCI do now? It's a yardstick, and also it can show you health bars, which you can already see. It deals more precision damage if you're staring at a target, so it has box breathing, and it jolts targets. So it can stop overloads and does more precision damage. So obviously its role is single target damage, and to an extent, overload stuns, and I guess add clear. The jolt on it is really weird. So one easy way to increase single target damage and make a heavy weapon more consistent is obviously fourth times or triple tap. Problem with both of those is I don't want DARCI to step on the toes of Whisper, because they're both unique in the fact that they are heavy sniper rifles that focus on precision hits. They're sniper rifles. What are you going to do? That's the whole point of them. But returning ammo is very much Whisper's thing, and that sustained damage. So I think maybe we go a different direction with DARCI and turn it into more of a support weapon. Okay? DARCI already buffs the precision damage of the user. So what if we give that to the team also? Dealing precision damage with personal assistant active applies a stack of a debuff, and this debuff will go ahead and make the boss take extra precision damage, meaning rockets aren't buffed by it, but sniper rifles would be. So it isn't like the G-horn of snipers, but it definitely makes them better. And, you could pair this with still hunts. Probably not the golden gunshot. You could pair this with whispers. Linear fusions would also benefit from this. Even divinity would benefit from this, because, a larger crit spot, and then also dealing more crit damage. But, if this was the case, maybe the divinity cage doesn't allow for the buff to stack between DARCI and it, But I think a way to buff DARCI, push it into its own role, a more supportive role, is to allow it to make enemies take extra precision damage. And it applies stacks of that. Another way, and maybe we could have both on it at the same time, personal assistant, if you're aimed at an ally and shoot them, maybe it could amplify them and or heal them, maybe give them like a small arc overshield, kind of like Heir Apparent, but way smaller of an overshield. Maybe it gives them arc resistance, like Risk Runner. Just something. Just a small buff to allies whenever you scope in on them. Aim for the like 1 second that it is to proc personal assistant. Shoot them. They get a small buff or healed or something to help them out. Enemies, hit 'em precision hits. You're dealing more damage, but you're also applying stacks of a debuff to allow your allies to deal more precision damage. I don't think it's perfect, but I think this is a way that DARCI could be buffed up along with just a flat damage buff so that it can feel more exotic and, you know, have more of a reason to belong in the heavy slot, because it takes up your exotic slot and your heavy slot at the same time while being outdamaged by most legendary heavies and even some legendary special snipers, it feels like, at least. So anyways, that's my idea for how to rework DARCI to make it a little bit better. So if you like this video or you have your own ideas, please drop them down below. Like, comment, subscribe, maybe even join if you would be interested in that. Also, check out AdvancedGG, 10% off my code Spycer10. I get a 10% kickback from that, so I get paid. Thank you, AdvancedGG. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you. See you next time.